This is how to stop yawning. Dr. Edward W. Lee recorded the case of a girl who yawned non-stop for 5 weeks in 1888 in the United States. Even if you aren't quite there, you may believe you yawn excessively. It could also be a source of concern. You may believe you are suffering from a medical problem, persistent weariness, or stress. When you can't stop yawning when talking to someone, your boss, lover, or parent, it might appear that you're bored. To say the least, it's rather humiliating. You could be perplexed as to how to quit yawning. I'm not sure why I yawn so much. Why do we yawn in the first place? That is something we can assist you with. We'll go through what yawning is, why it happens, and how to stop it. Watch this video to learn how to stop yawning excessively. What are the causes of yawning? A lengthy, deep breath and a stretch of the jaw. Bring on the leaky eyes and the staring coworkers. Enter the enigmatic realm of why we yawn. On this issue, science is divided into various factions. Why we yawn is more or less a medical mystery. Try telling your supervisor about it. Oxygen intake. It is thought that yawning allows the body to take in more air. After all, it's a sudden intake of breath that strains the lungs. Some individuals yawn when exercising, which is understandable. Air pressure. It's more complicated than that, according to scientists, because blood oxygen levels remain constant after a yawn. People are more likely to yawn during takeoff on a plane, according to certain research. Yawning has been linked to blood pressure and ear pressure. Have you ever yawned on an aircraft and had your ears pop? Contagious yawns. There's the hypothesis of social contagion. This implies that those who observe others yawn will yawn as well. It's been related to empathy and friendship in studies. This assertion is disputed by certain scientific publications. It's a difficult situation. Pure boredom. As we all know, boredom appears to be a contributing factor. Have you ever sat through a dull lecture or meeting? Scientists who studied yawns discovered that people yawn more when they are exposed to repetitious stimuli. Plain tiredness. The most prevalent association is tiredness, which can promote yawning. We can yawn early in the morning, late at night, and after a very heavy meal. All of these things have something to do with exhaustion and rest. Keeping it cool. There's also the cooling hypothesis. We yawn to cool off, according to one theory. By breathing air that is cooler than our core temperature, we can keep our brain temperature at ideal levels. People yawn less in the winter than in the summer, according to this study. Anyone who has ever worked in a hot office would understand. What is excessive yawning? Most of us yawn 5 to 20 times each day on average. A yawn might last anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. When we do it, we often believe we need to sleep. Excessive yawning may also be defined as any amount that you believe is excessive. What causes excessive yawning? We can claim that excessive yawning has the same reasons as ordinary yawning in the majority of cases. We could think that if we yawn more when we're weary, we yawn more when we're fatigued. To some extent, this is correct. Sleep disorders. Excessive yawning can be caused by sleep problems. There are several examples, including sleep apnea, insomnia, and narcolepsy. For these, your doctor may recommend medicine, which leads us to our next point. Medication. Excessive yawning is a side effect of several medications. Sleeping pills like chloral hydrate, clonthiazole, antihistamines, and barbiturates are prominent examples. Melatonin, a natural sleeping aid, falls under this category. Anti-anxiety drugs, such as benzodiazepines, might make you sleepy and unresponsive. Antidepressants like SSRIs and tricyclic antidepressants might have comparable side effects. If you take any of these, tell your doctor about your frequent yawning. Diet and deficiencies. Diet is another factor. Some of us are unaware of our intolerances and allergies. You may only notice the exhaustion if your symptoms are minor. We can become fatigued if we don't get enough B vitamins, C vitamins, amino acids, magnesium, or practically any other vitamin or mineral. The body functions best when it is in a state of equilibrium. We might become exhausted if our building bricks are missing. Never attempt to treat a dietary problem on your own. Consult a physician, have a blood test, and follow their recommendations. Medical causes of excessive yawning. Fatigue can be a symptom of undiagnosed diabetes. You may feel fatigued if you have anemia. Chronic fatigue syndrome, CFS, causes us to be tired and yawn often. Self-diagnosis of any medical problem should be avoided. There is a variety of medical assistance available online. Hypochondria ensues, as do obsessive web searches. You're shooting in the dark without medical assistance. After we've ruled out medical issues, let's look at some ways to avoid yawning. How to stop yawning. It might be unpleasant to yawn at times. It's uncontrollable, and, like so many other things, it happens when we least expect it. There are a few things you can do to reduce your yawning. Cool down. Remember how we mentioned the relationship between temperature and yawning? We urge our bodies to cease yawning by lowering the surrounding temperature. Some workplaces keep the temperature a little cool. Buy down. This is similar to holding your breath or stopping a sneeze. We can minimize or halt an automatic response by taking a powerful deliberate action. To stifle a yawn, clench your jaw. It's worth a shot. Eat well. A well-balanced diet rich in fruits and vegetables may provide us with the nutrients we require. Supplements are not recommended. Increasing the number of greens, legumes, and healthy fats in our diet, on the other hand, can help with mood and tiredness. Get some exercise. One of the most effective strategies to avoid yawning is to be in shape. Yoga, running, ball sports, martial arts, and Pilates are all beneficial exercises. Even low-intensity exercise, such as strolling, can help you feel less tired by up to 65%. Exercising cleanses and oxygenates our bodies, resulting in decreased weariness and fewer yawns. Get proper rest. You had a feeling this one was coming. Make a comfortable sleeping place. A cool temperature, a firm mattress, relaxing decor, and aromas are all required. All of these things assist us in sleeping. Create a sleep schedule that you can stick to. Stay away from the snooze button. Disclaimer. This video is solely meant to provide general information and does not address specific circumstances. It is not a substitute for professional advice or assistance, and it should not be used to make any judgments. For the diagnosis and treatment of any medical issues, a professional physician should be consulted. Any decisions you make based on the information in this report are your own. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on the bell icon to get new video updates. If you're looking for weight loss secrets, have a look at this.